And I am back. Did you all miss me? Let's get back to the beavers. I still don't understand why it takes time to come back in whenever I switch scenes. Okay, so I have 2 buildings currently lacking workers. Which buildings? A lumberjack flag and a gear workshop. Okay, that's interesting. Aw, thank you, Loppy. Okay, so let's minus 2 haulers and see if that fixes the problem. It's okay if we're missing 1 lumberjack because we do have 3 flags up there, but we really do need somebody working in the gear workshop. We still have no beaver working in the gear workshop. Speaking of beavers. Okay, I think we can stop hauling them berries for the moment. So we'll cancel the berries. And hopefully get the extra hauler working in the gear workshop. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's nudge up the priority on the water tank. Just so that they concentrate on it ahead of my grand water containment project. And someday, eventually, they will build this laborer monument here, and it will look amazing. Yes, actually, I got assistance on figuring out what was going on with that. It turned out to be really simple. I was letting through more water up here than I was letting out down here. So it was just backing up, system-wise. So I reduced the amount of spaces that it was flowing through up here, and the flooding stopped. Yes, Call Me Vid is the one who helped me with that one. Call Me Vid is one of the people who rode in a raid while you were AFK, Loppy. Oh, darn it! You and Loppy are the same color on my thing. I am so sorry, Vid. My apologies. I normally tell who's talking by what color they are, but Call Me Vid and Loppy are the same color on my screen. Oh dear, I'm sorry to both of you. Especially you, Vid. You are so very helpful. I don't want to be rude to you. It does appear to have worked. We'll find out. The major flooding that I have is after a drought. So after this drought that is incoming, the gulp, we'll find out if reducing this down to 6 has truly done it. But I'm not seeing any more of the occasional flooding up over here. And we seem to be staying at a steady water level, so I think it's working. But we'll find out. We have a flood coming so soon. Sorry, drought. We have a drought coming. We have a drought coming so soon. I don't think 36 water is going to see this district through the drought, but if they run out of water, I can just transport them magically back here to where we currently have a lot of water. Hopefully we have enough water here. I have more beavers than I have ever had before in a drought. Because I gave them the space to make more beavers is what I did. But I also have more water than I have ever had before. Look at this, the big tank is full, the big tank is full. It makes me so happy to see the big tank full. Oh, they're both full. Both of the big tanks are full. It's beautiful. But yes, we have 2 days to drought. Most of our water containment things that exist are full. I don't think they're going to finish this in time, alas. But we do have a fairly respectable amount of water. Speaking of which, I'm going to stop hauling water over to the metal district at this point. They can have berries for days, but they can have no more water. I need to stockpile the water. Okay, one in there, one in there, one in there. It appears that one of my metal district beavers has died of old age. That's fun. Yes, I do only have the one gear shop going. That is true. So there's no way that that is going to be finished, nor is this, honestly. They're not even working on this. But hopefully it will be a drought that we can make it through with the amount of water that we have. But yes, I've lost a beaver of old age again. So back to the death tracker, one moment. That sounds like it might be about right. Like I can definitely get the other gear shop going during the drought because I can spare pumpers then. So we can get more constructed during the drought. But at the moment, because I have the metal district going, I only have the one gear workshop going. That is true. I'm getting things done. I'm just getting things done slowly. That's the thing. One plank and 4 gears just for... Yeah. I mean, I could possibly balance things better, but I'm in it for more of a fun time than an efficient time, I'm gonna have to admit. I'd rather be slow and see my beavers survive than go quickly and be constantly frantic. Okay, we've got lots of water. We've got lots of water and we've still got one more day. It would figure that the beaver that died of old age would be the one over in the metal district. That's just as well. The resources will get used up slower now. I mean, I'm still not actually doing anything with the metal, so it's not like I'm in a hurry to gather it. Yes, things are looking good. We're not going to run out of food for years. I am concerned about how much water we're storing. Don't have housing, so they don't get that percentage life expectancy. Oh. Do you play the Iron Teeth then, so that you don't have to have housing to refresh your beaver population, so to speak? So if you're not housing your beavers, how do you keep your population even? Oh my, they finished the rooftop terraces already. Ah, true. Oh, you were talking about mine. Oh yes, I didn't house them because I didn't want them breeding. They'll be fine. They're beavers! They're okay if they sleep outside for most of their lives. Actually, come to think of it, let us add a new route to here of those logs because we do not need them here. Well, tomorrow is the drought, and I am as prepared as I'm going to get, I guess. Gulp. Please don't be a long one. I have so many beavers now. And I have 6 unemployed beavers. I can absolutely turn this gear workshop back on again. Let's do that. Oh boy, what do I do with 6 unemployed beavers? Well, 5 now. Let's increase the haulers. And, I don't know, unpause an inventor? There we go. Yes, but if I use up the water in the river, my carrots die, and possibly my spatterdock as well. I'm not actually sure how long spatterdock lives without water. I haven't let my spatterdock get dry. I'm very proud of that. But yes, the idea is that when the drought starts, I pause all the water pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we just live on the stored water for a while in order to keep the trees alive and the spatterdock alive. Ah! Keyboard shortcuts I really should remember. Let me write these down. Okay, I learned earlier today that T makes the water invisible. And now I've learned that P to pause buildings. I never play without a notepad in front of me, or a notebook, or something of that sort. Just for things like this. But yes. The drought time is a time of building projects and science. Mostly science. Okay. I'm terrible at remembering keyboard shortcuts, so it may have told me these things and I just went and completely forgotten. I don't know that I'm actually going to use the Shift Delete simply because I have to take my hand off the mouse for that one, but it's good to know. I hate having to take my hand off the mouse. Probably. I may have looked at the settings, but I can't guarantee that I did. I don't remember. Well, it is still an early access game. I'm sure it'll come someday. Let's see, how are things going over here? They've still got berries and water. They probably could use some more berries. Let's send them some more berries. Let's give the distributor something to do. I wish you to distribute berries over here, which we have a massive surplus of. Thank you very much. But yeah, I constantly have building projects going on, so I really wanted to capture the water to keep my tree farm alive through the drought. And being able to continue harvesting my carrots and spatterdock through the drought has been really handy too. But especially I wanted to continue growing trees. I know that it will take longer than a drought for most trees to die, but they won't mature during a drought either. It's very annoying. But yeah, I love how they got this pump built just in time for a drought. This is a long drought. But the building projects continue. We've nearly got enough planks in the underground warehouse. Yeah, I could do that, but the river was right there, and I had dam pieces that were so much less expensive than the irrigation stuff science-wise. I didn't have as many science points to just throw around back then. But yeah, slowly but surely we are getting this underground warehouse done, and then maybe I won't ever have to worry about storage again. How are you guys doing over here? You still have 24 water. You should be okay for a bit longer. 2k berries? Oh yeah, 2k science points. Yes, I have lots of science points mostly because I put my pumpers into the science during the drought to give them something to do. Bored beavers are like beavers that don't have anything to do or unhappy, I'm fairly certain. So my preference is definitely to keep all my beavers as busy as possible. And I have I have three more old age deaths. Oh boy. Well, that's less water that's being used, I suppose. Trying to be philosophical about this. Okay, let's see. 17 plus 3 is 20. Do you dump water into an enclosed space? Like carrying water to one of these lower places like this and do it in there? Okay, so that's one way of doing it, and the way that I'm doing it, is putting it behind a dam like that, is another way of doing it. Obviously, there are other ways of doing it. Like this spot never seems to dry up during the drought. Okay, so yeah, this area that doesn't dry up. Okay, make a dam. That's what's horrible. Well, it is very far from everything. Very, very irritatingly far from everything. Ah, too deep, too deep. Okay. So a dam across the lake. Oh, so you just create like a square and do it in there? Mm-hmm. I'm afraid my mental picturing is not working very well for this. Oh, I see. Okay. That's interesting. Seems like a lot of work, but it's definitely interesting. Admittedly, you know, I'm trying to make this cistern here by building a great wall of beaverdom, so I'm not sure if I have fingers to point, but... Pumpkin. You know, that is a crop that I don't think I grow. I haven't even gone as far as wheat. Like, I don't even grow potatoes or wheat because I'm just getting so much food from the spatterdock and the berries.
Call me vid. Pumping.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I read it as pumpkin. I read it as pumpkin. I'm sorry. I inserted a K in there somehow. We've still got 4 days and 900 water. And over here they still have 20 some water. And they have so many berries. They have so many berries. Stop sending them berries. No more berries. Stop. Okay, and I still have 2 unemployed beavers. What do I do with them? The hauling post is full. Distribution post doesn't need more than 1. District is full. Should I build a builder's hut? Because I feel like I have enough science production. Well, you can drain the river and your water crops will be fine. Yep. Yeah, that does sound like it would be. It's a very interesting idea. I think I'm going to try my cistern idea first, simply because it was my idea, like the idea that I had myself first and started working on, and I would hate to waste all this labor that they've put in on it already. Look at that, they've got part of the wall half built already. I have such plans. But yeah, that does sound like an interesting idea I might want to think about. I am probably going to end up having to pump water near the end of this drought because it's a long one. But, we'll see. Oh, right. I was trying to think of what to do with my 2 unemployed beavers. You know what? I'm going to build a builder's. We're going to build a builder's hut. And I'm going to put it up here somewhere. You know what? Right next to the hauler's post. That's what I'm going to do. There is a wasted square if I do it like that, but there's no way I can use that square for anything, is there? Oh, the weird shaped buildings bother me. Do it above ground in the currently brown area and use 2 water dumps to fill it with water. Maybe? There is no way that I can use that little square. I hate how weird shaped the distribution center is. There's no way to put things together efficiently. It just bugs me. That's worse, though. That's worse. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way because I'm going to pretend that that one unused square just doesn't exist. Ugh. The distribution center, just such a weird shape, so hard to fit things around. And I really need to employ those beavers, so let's turn up the priority on that. Interesting. Okay, while they're working on that, they will live forever on berries. But where is everybody? Oh, wait. The entire district died of old age. That's what happened. Look at that. All 3 of them died of old age at the same time. I don't have to worry about them using up the water now. Alrighty then. Back to the tracker. All 3 of them at once, just all together. Actually, I have 4. I have 4 old age deaths here. Alright. Fine. Okay. And yet I still have 2 unemployed beavers. It's not a monster to have beavers die of old age. I mean, yes, they're dying of old age over there because they don't have housing. But it doesn't actually make me a monster. Old age is old age. What do you want me to do? Build these ridiculous single beaver mini lodges for them? At least they're employed, Vid. Okay, how are we going on this one? We're doing pretty good on this one. One is nearly a thing. It's so close. Vid, I promise you, if I were actually upset, you would very much be able to tell. I promise. But yes, one thing I really like the way that I put together these lodges and everything. I just really like how they look. But I'm also really happy with how these warehouses just sort of slotted together into this space. I mean, yes, I did have to build a bunch of platforms along this side that is now kind of semi-useless space that I'll come up with something for later. But I really like how I stacked them together here. I do. I care about my beavers. I can't tell them apart. And as Lazy Mufa will be able to tell you, I have difficulty sometimes telling a baby beaver from an adult beaver just from looking at them. But I do care. I care. I want them to live. Which is why I'm keeping a very close eye on the amount of water that they have for the next 3.7 days. I mean, I'm giving them construction projects to keep them busy. This particular one is so that they can do more construction projects. So we should get some building done apace on the Great Cistern Wall now. But I like this. And they've got half the logs in here for this monument now, so it's awesome. I moved the murder farm off camera. Oh, you should see me on the days that I play City Skylines, where I'm just like, oh, look at the traffic there, and moving along to the east. I don't like contemplating my traffic in City Skylines. I love the game, but oh man, I snarl my traffic so much. But look, we have a large water tank, which is being filled somehow? Why are they filled? How are they filled? What are they filling that with? None of the pumps are running. Where's that water coming from? Yes, there's a lot of berries. I mean, I can't send them all to the Metal District. There's not even any beavers living there now. But where is this water coming from? Well, I do want them to actually do that sort of thing, but I don't necessarily want them doing it during a drought, but I suppose as long as it's keeping them busy. Now, logic dictates that these ones are the ones that I should replace first with big ones, but I would give up a line of trees to do that. So I think I'm going to start with these ones. Yeah, I suspect as much. I probably don't need to keep the gatherer flags going, but it does so keep the beavers busy. But I could probably pause a couple of them. You know, I have room in the builder's hut now. What if I were to pause this gatherer flag? And this one. Well, with the way that I have, the big tanks are too wide. Is that as wide as these are? I'm not... can I fit the big tanks in that space? Because that would be best. Or would I lose the line of trees along here if I were to replace these with the big tanks? Oh, I'm very bad at these visual things. Okay, no, you're right, because I've got these two in this space. That's exactly... Okay. I'm fine. Alright, let's, empty, empty, empty. We'll see how far that gets me. Okay, so if I empty 3 smalls into the other barrels, whichever ones ends up being, or into beavers, I don't really care which one at this point, then I can build another big one in that spot once they don't have anything in them. Oh, you're right, you're right. Empty and prioritize. That's cute. They're just emptying them into the tanks right next to them. How lazy and yet productive at the same time. Okay, let's see here. That's empty. That's empty. That's empty. Let's pause for a moment. Delete, delete, delete. And then put in a big one somehow, not like that, not like, that's a pump, that's a pump. Okay. Not like that. Like that. And a path that goes that way. It feels weird doing this during a drought, I'm gonna have to admit. .3 days left and 600 water. And you know what we'll do is we'll be nice to the metal district, even though it is a temporary place. We'll pay 50 whole science points to unlock the mini lodges. Okay, at most I'm going to have 4 beavers in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see, each of those takes 5 logs, so I would need 20 logs. So I moved all my logs out of here, so let's add a route. I don't want any procreation in the metal district. That is the last thing I want. The metal district is solely for work, and then you go back to the main thing and you get to have your kids. I do have the room to empty the line. Yeah, considering the big cisterns that I've built. But, I only really want to be building one at a time, so I'm just gonna take it the slow way. Sorry. And come to think of it, I'm going to turn off the prioritization on the big ones here. Okay, while you've been watching, it's mostly been that they've been dying over there. But I swear to you, I have been migrating the Metal District beavers back to the main district. Yes, that's why I have the distribution post. I usually have a beaver who is hauling... Oh wait, delete that. I usually have a beaver who's hauling the metal over to here, which is then gets stored in the main district. But yes, it's the warehouse isn't quite full. It's almost, but not quite. These are full. Those are full. But yeah, it's just you know, I should probably pause these so that the next time I migrate beavers over, they just move metal and that's it. All the metal storage everywhere? It's not possible for all the metal storage everywhere to be full. Is 100 the capacity? That seems low. I mean, I know that the warehouses will only store so much metal at a time, but apparently I just finished the underground warehouse, so I have lots of room. I never adjusted my district. Oh, of course. That makes a great deal of sense. Let's, I was messing around with it and I made mistakes because I was adjusting this district and not the other one, but, scrap metal. You know what? Let's add some zeros. Let's add some zeros. They will take all the metal. Hide. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that makes much more sense. And actually, come to think of it, no, wait, this doesn't make any difference. Forget that. Never mind that. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay. So now we have storage for days and a single unemployed beaver somewhere. Where can I put you? What can I employ you as doing? That's full. That's full. I don't want to put more than one beaver in this distribution post right now. I guess you're doing science! Congratulations! Which makes the Great Wall and the statue the main projects at this time. One more day and still 600 water. We're going to make it. Wahaha! So, how's the Great Wall going? Nobody's working on it. Actually, I can do that. I think they're just within the limits right now. Yeah, if I move the district gate, I just absorb it. No big. So the main reason I'm moving anything right now is because the warehouse is full. And I don't want to build another one. But yes, actually, I want to set a district limit because I only want 20 logs. I want 20 logs and no more. Never mind. Okay. Thank you. No, the main reason I have any distribution going on from the metal district is because I don't want to build more warehouse, but the warehouse is full. Ah, good night, Lazy Moofle. Thank you for stopping by again. Okay, and this is slowly getting it on. One more day and 500 water. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. I've gone and filled up a warehouse again, but that's okay. Oh, look at how many beavers are using the underground storage. I love it. Look at them go! And another old age death. Alright, back to the counter. Okay, and I did set up a wood distribution going over here, didn't I? Didn't I? Yes, I did. Why aren't you doing anything? I don't understand. Why aren't you taking wood over there? I know there's no beavers over there, but I told you to take wood. Just sitting on your keister there, doing nothing, Volbinus. Oh, right, because I'm using it all for construction. Yeah, that would make sense. I do have like a perfect equilibrium going with my wood production versus my wood use. Maybe I should set up another tree farm down here? I've got the space. You know what? Why not? Why not indeed? So, what I do is we set up a lumberjack flag here and a forester hut right next to it, because that's just the kind of person I am. And let's see. I'm doing this way on purpose. What shall I plant here? You know what? Let's grow some maple. Let's grow some maple in here. Okay, it won't let me grow maple on top of. That's just charming. Okay. Well, we're going to start. There's a plan here, I swear. We're just gonna fill in all the gaps in the birches. Yes, I know. I was just hoping that I could like write it over the birches. But no. I am not that lucky. Okay, and then we fill in like this. And like this. Out to there. And then out to there. And all these ones in here. And this shall be Tree Farm B, which will be much smaller and which will grow maples. So there! Yeah, I was hoping that I could plant that I could paint the plant this over the existing trees and just make it easier, but no. I'm still saving these for pine sap. Although, is it just me or is this stand of trees getting bigger? I could swear this stand of trees is bigger than it used to be. The drought is over! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grown trees will periodically spawn new baby trees nearby. Huh, interesting. I will deal with that later when I actually need that land and or that sap. Well, berry bushes I don't really need more of. Nope. Okay, so I need to unemploy a beaver somewhere so that I can have... Oh, wait, no, somebody is already employed here. Does that mean that there's somebody that there's a pump that isn't manned? Beavered. Is there a pump unbeavered? Nope. Where did that person come from? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Nope. No, they didn't come from there. Vital to stomp out the berry infestation as soon as possible. Well, if I need that land, I know what to do. Alright, so we start lumbering these birches, which are probably the least useful trees possible. And we will replant with maple wherever we see a stump. This is going to be a long time. You know, it's going to be a while before the forester is built. I'm going to come back to that. Okay, so we are 2 logs away from having a laborer monument. Well, okay, they're not useless per se, but as far as trees go, the fact that you only get 1 log per birch is kind of weak. mean, the best thing that they can do for me is point to where the water always is. But yeah, it's going to be quite some time before they get to building that forester hut. They are fast, that is true. It does not take much to cut down a birch tree, speaking as someone who's known several birch trees in real life. Some birch trees, you just breathe on them too hard and they just meow poof. Birch trees are not sturdy. You know, I think I'm going to keep these two water barrels simply because they fit nicely in that space, and a big water tank is not going to fit there. So I think these two right here are just going to be permanent, but I'm going to try to replace all the others. Oh, progress. I suspect there's probably... yeah, there's a bit of progress on the Great Wall here, but it is also slow. And flooding. The flooding returns. Why? Why? I don't get it. Why does the flooding return? So, do they have spare logs to send over here yet? Well, sort of. We'll wait until that gets to 20 logs. It's being built! Oh, look at it! Oh, it's being painted too! Look at that beauty! Whoop! Why will it not let me stay on this plane? Oh, look at it! Oh, that is a monument to industry. That is a monument to beaver industry right there. That is amazing. Click it. Oh, it hums too. Nice. Even after manual labor gave way to industrialization, beavers' work ethos hasn't changed. Nice. I like it. I like it. And it makes a beaver hum. I just... what is there not to like about that monument? Oh, the beavers here sitting in their rooftop terraces admiring... okay, I aimed the ass end of the monument towards the rooftop terraces, and, you know, maybe that wasn't the best choice aesthetically, since they'll be, like, looking up its tail. But, you know, admire the monument, beavers. Oh, we have had more deaths of old age. In fact, we've had multiple deaths of old age while I was paying attention to other things. We have 2 that happened just now, and we have 2 that happened 3, 4, 6. We have 6 old age deaths that happened while I was admiring my monument. Oh no. Obviously not the monument. They're looking up its tail. Alright, okay. Off to the death tracker. 5 plus 6 is 11, which means that we are now up to 31. Oh my. They're definitely looking at something over there, Vid. Still, we survived another drought. The birch trees are being rendered. Looking at each other. I don't know, it's like it's positioned perfectly so that they can just sit there and gaze upon the monument's tail. Oh dear, where was that again? There are so many menus. Wow. This one? No, that's not it. Ah, that doesn't make sense, but it does. Okay. They're getting some form of awe from it, I think. Laborer Monument, awe. They're getting +1 awe, but I don't know what awe actually does. Wait. Why? What was that flickering? What was flickering there? Something was flickering as I... Wait, there we go! Effects when satisfied. Working speed +25%! At the... Well, there isn't any beaver in the rooftop terrace right now, so we're going to have to wait until night. Rooftop terrace, the star. Social life? Oh, social life rooftop terrace. Okay. Click any adult beaver. Okay, I have an adult beaver clicked. I am looking at rooftop terrace and it has a star. Oh, fertility. Oh my. Oh boy. Well, good thing I built extra space. I didn't realize I was increasing their fertility by giving them a hangout place on the roof. They are looking up somebody's tail. Building lacks workers. I'm sincerely hoping that that's... Oh, no, I've had 2 more old age deaths while I was working that out. And now I don't have a forester, which is very bad. It's those stars in the sky at night. They filled it with romantic vibes. See, I thought it was just that because the way I positioned the monument was that sitting on the rooftop terrace, all you can see is, you know, kind of looking up the... Oh man, you're gonna expect me to actually identify a baby beaver on site? I have a bad track record with this. Where is a beaver that is completely where no beaver should be? Do I actually have any babies right now? It is a very nice beaver tail. Nope, that one's age 78. That is definitely not a baby. Are you a baby? Yes, you're a baby. All the beavers that live in that... Lives in Triple Lodge. Okay. Check baby's buff. The well-being, you mean? Or am I supposed to be looking at something else? What buff? From the social life? Growth speed? Growth speed. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking... Which buff? There are so many buffs. No, the starts. Life expectancy and walking speed from I don't know what you mean. Like, Different buffs for stuff than the adults. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, because they get growth rate from the leisure places. Okay. This is good stuff to know, even though I'm not actually understanding as much as I wish I was. In my defense, it is getting late. Anyway, how is this going? This is going. I need to unemploy someone so that I have a forester. Let's unemploy a builder. No, that didn't work. We'll unemploy another builder. There we go. Why do I have to unemploy 2 in order to employ 1? It doesn't make sense. Okay, I can paint in some more maples now. There we go. I think that's filled. Oh, wait, that's not all the gaps. That's not all the gaps. Pause the hauler post and then unpause to fill jobs. True, but I actually have the hauler hauling something right now, and I only have 1 hauler. So once the metal district has their 20 logs, then possibly, but they're only about halfway there at this point. Oh, hauler, right, hauler, the hauling post, yes. That is true. I should unemploy haulers before I unemploy builders. I'm making use of my builders. Okay, let's unemploy 2 of these guys and employ 2 more people here and see what happens. Well, that didn't do anything. Where'd they go? And now I have an unemployed beaver. What is going on? I don't want to pause the whole hauler post because I only have the 1, and I do want them hauling water and stuff. Oh, I see what you're thinking there. I may do that. I may do that once this forester hut is built, but that's going to be a while. It's waiting for planks, and all the planks are going over here right now. But yes, in the meantime, how is the Great Wall coming along? They're still working on it. It's coming along. I might have too many building projects in the go. But still, look at them go! Yes, I don't love the current water situation, but we will improve it. Oh, the logs thing's going over here. Nope, still at 11. This one goes to 11. Okay, and this will be a tree farm once I have this forester supplied with planks. And flooding again. I reduced it down to 6. I don't understand. Well, as it goes. I mean, this will never fill. The log pile will never fill. I will never have to build another log pile. Be that as it may, my plans! I like my plans. My plans are good. Oh, and this place is getting planks now. You need dynamite to blow up the entry. Oh. Oh, this bit here. Quite possibly. It's the only spot that floods these days. I have not gotten as far as building a dynamite, though, yet. I could, maybe? Where is it? Landscaping. I have more than enough science to unlock the explosives factory. And dynamite. If it's just that spot that floods, I think I can live with it for now. But yeah, blowing it a bit wider so that it stops doing that would definitely be a thing in the future. I haven't actually gotten to doing explosives yet. I mean, I am gathering metal, so I would be able to go in that direction. Let's see, that, I need paper for that, don't I? That's in wood, right? Oh, you need metal for that one too. Okay, so I would need to unlock this thing in order to convert my scrap metal to metal blocks and make it actually useful. And then all those various sort of things. So yeah, I would need a smelter in order to be able to make paper and... Is there anything other than paper that's used to make dynamite? Nope, 3 sheets of paper become 1 stick of dynamite. Kaboomite. What is kaboomite? Oh, you're just messing with me again. Okay. As long as we've covered that. 5 paper factories feeds 7. I don't know that I really want to build 5 paper factories. 5 sounds like a lot. And I mean, I do have a lot of beavers, but I don't know that I really want to do that much power generation. Like, I don't really have the river space. So I'd probably be powering them with beaver power over in the dead and dull areas. I think smaller. I'm sorry, I think smaller and... Well, what I'm talking about, when I say river space for power, I mean for, like, water wheels. I don't have a lot of good places to put water wheels unless I want to build a new district for it. Like, I could set up and make a new district here, a really small one. But, I I don't know that I want to. I see. Yes. Well, I'm playing normal. I almost played easy. uh, it's very different. Like I'm willing to wait to get things just to make sure that I don't overextend myself. Well, yes, if you only have 4 days of water at a time, water wheels is definitely a waste. Agreed. But yeah, I think if I were building factories, that I would either want to power them with water wheels, or I would have to power them with beaver power in an area that the water does not reach, like putting them up here, maybe, or over here. Or I could just build myself an explosives making colony offshoot over here. They could grow some of their own food and trees. Actually, they could just harvest these chestnuts and eat them. And they'd have their own water there and stuff, but and you know, crack this open and have some greenery over here. Yeah, I agree. Hamster wheels are not great. But the river gets nice and narrow here, so I could put like a stack of water wheels right across here and build factories off of them. Like, I don't see why I would need to keep this patch here if I just, you know, eat these chestnuts and use like this area over here for farming and trees. Well, it's pretty safe in this game, the explosives. It's actually, it's not that bad. But building explosives takes a lot of power. No, as far as I know, there are not any factory mishaps built into this game. On harder difficulties, I can't speak for because I've never played them myself. But there have been no factory mishaps so far. Like, my grills have not set themselves on fire by accident or anything like that, so. But the main thing is power. To make explosives, you need to be able to smelt metal, which is admittedly, that's wood, that's fire, but for making paper, you need power. Quite a bit of power, because you need quite a bit of paper to make explosives. So I think if I were going down the explosives route, I would actually make a fresh district over here and have them do their basic needs with like water and food, and just have them be dedicated to making explosives. But yeah, this area would probably be perfect for that, because there is this nice narrow spot in the river that I could get a whole stack of water wheels across. And there's a natural dam here, which the beavers don't need dynamite to demolish, so I would be able to fill this area with water and be able to grow more trees through here. But that is fairly far in the future. For the time being, it's mostly keeping this lot alive and occasionally sending beavers over here. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting that they're actually within the line. They've already built 2 of the lodges. I'm going to end up with extra logs here. Okay, stop sending logs. No more logs. That's adorable. I keep forgetting that when they're within the line like that they'll actually build things. You know, I could move the other 2 to the other side here and have them built for me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Alright. Single lodges. There we go. Still on that side of the district. But the guys on this side will build it. I love it. Okay, and this is very close. We're past halfway on the gears on this one. Okay, and we have a few more gaps that I can plant maples in. Here. Hey, hey. Oh, that's a baby tree. Okay, fine. Be that way. Okay. That's good. That's fine. Oh! And they built the forestry hut. Okay. And there's someone there. Alright, prioritize maple. Because... And you can have at that when the time comes. Alright, that explains why the Great Wall is so much further along, because they've built a lot of the other things. Man, having a builder's hut is great. Why didn't I do that sooner? Accelerant accidents are the best part of barbecue. You know what, Green? I adore setting things on fire in games. I don't so much love doing it in real life. Fire hurts. You can blow up your peeps if they're on top of something you kaboom. Good to know, Vid. Oh, I don't want to accidentally blow up some beavers. Having accidentally dehydrated some beavers, I already feel bad about that. But yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good, but it's also looking past midnight. So, as the beavers gaze upon tails, actual tails not identified, over in our rooftop terraces, and a single baby beaver thinks about things by the fire over here. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty survivable here. We need more water, but we always need more water. And that's why the Great Cistern project is underway. The main thing is, like, if I do this Great Cistern project, is it going to flood this area? I guess I'll find out. I guess I will find out. We shall see. I'm still going to do the Great Cistern project. But it's possible that the Great Cistern project may need another wall across here. I will think about it and possibly create bridges later. How do I keep the water from backing up? Come to think of it, I may not be able to turn this into the dynamite district after all. Because if I back up all the water into here, it's gonna do things over here. We shall see what happens. I'm going to have to debate about whether to continue the Great Cistern project or whether to create a new district over here just for making explosives. I'm not sure how much I want explosives. Like, it would be nice to stop the flooding here, but we'll go around the back of the mountain and flood your... Oh, you mean like it'll go all the way... Really? Would it really get that far? There seems to be so far for it to go for that to happen. That seems like an awful lot of water, Vid. Like, wouldn't it end up, like, pooling around in here instead? I mean, okay, yeah, it would, okay, yeah, it would eventually get back here. Okay, that's, the Great Cistern project is maybe not a good project. Well, maybe if I just put a dam across here. Okay, perhaps the Great Cistern project is not a good plan after all, because, yeah, the water would definitely come back to bite me very quickly, now that I actually look at it. North? I think it would take longer that way, because it would fill all this in first, and this is pretty deep. It would take a while to get around this way, but I'm not sure it would take quite as long to get around south. I'd hate to flood out all that metal. But yeah, it would end up coming down this way and just cascading northward. I hate that I paused on it flooding that area again. It's hilarious because the only thing that I can think of right now that I really want explosives for is to widen this so that it stops flooding. But to build a whole nother district for 2 dynamite? I don't know. What else would I want to dynamite? That's the question. Well, I have a week to think about it. I have at least a week to think about it. It's probably going to be longer than that because I am very slow to get anything done, as you may have noticed. So, this really is where I'm going to stop, with a hungry beaver going underground for something and a whole bunch of beavers getting ready to canoodle together up here. This is where I'm going to call it a night. We will save this. Save this. Thank you. And this is where I will be calling it a night. Starting a new play this weekend. Do you know what time that's going to be? In any case, for anyone who's wondering how my beavers got here and what happened before this stream, it is available. It's archived on my YouTube channel. I did make it a playlist and everything, so tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Well, I might be able to catch some of that. I do have some commitments, but I may be able to be home by 5. I will see. I will make a note of that. There we go. Thank you very much for the follow, Pepperly Pepper. Much appreciated. All right, moving on with my spiel, because I've got a rote. I will be back again on Sunday night. Thank you very much for the follow, Call Me Vid. Much appreciated. I will be back again on Sunday night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing Celasta, Crown of the Magister, which is an extremely Dungeons and Dragons RPG that I have been working my way through. This upcoming Sunday, I'm going to be triggering the most obvious trap that I have ever yet encountered in this game, on purpose. And I'm going to find out what happens. So that's going to be Sunday. Then on Monday, I will be back again. I will be playing MMO Monday in Lost Ark, which is a game that I have been playing quite a bit of and having a great deal of fun. For stream, I am working my way up on a bard. Just working my way through the lower levels and doing any quest that I come across to, have fun and learn about the world and music a lot of things to death. Then on Wednesday, I will be back again at as close to 7 p.m. as enough people can be brought together to create a room to play Among Us with a group of my local writer friends, one of whom is Loppy, who is right here saying goodnight to me. She is one of the regulars who plays with me in that one. So if you want to know what she sounds like, you should definitely tune in then. And then on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Timberborn will return for Try Not to Die Thursday, and I will try not to dehydrate any more beavers. Old age deaths I can live with, even though the beavers can't. But when I dehydrate the beavers, it is my fault. So, I will be continuing to try to keep the colony alive and happy and fed and all those beautiful things. And maybe starting plans towards building a district that is... Well, that's in hide and seek. The screaming is mostly in hide and seek. But yes, that all is the upcoming week. And tonight has been a lot of fun, and many of you have been extremely helpful, especially you, Thank Me Vid. Thank you, Call Me Vid. Thank you very much. I'm stumbling all over everything. I should have put less honey in my tea. Sugar buzz, it's real. So, it's been a great night. I hope that all of you have had at least as much fun as I have. And I hope that you have a great weekend. Good night.